I know you started sketching over Christmas. Can you walk me maybe through a couple of the sketches here that to sort of fit that theme of, you know, Gestalt and snow?
For 2012, Zang Toi is about glamour Gestalt. You know, back in the 60s, it's one of the most. It's still very popular, but back then it was so popular with all the famous movie stars and all the jet setters like Grace Kelly, Audrey Hepburn, Elizabeth Taylor. The list just go on and on. But I want to do a modern version of Gestalt. I decided to open the show with a beautiful Ivy's fox mini coat. No, nothing is more glamorous than a fox coat, but I wanted a younger version, more modern version. But the fox coat, why is it so surprised that inside is lying in beautiful Ivy French lace. It's worn over a beautiful re-embroidered French lace mini dress. And then to give the look of the slightly outdoorsy look, we have a beautiful black suede and rubber, black suede and leather storm boot created specially. I designed and made specially for me by my licensee, my shoe licensee, Zang Toi, used in Malaysia. They partner with me on all the shoes on the runway for 2012 right here. And then the opening part of the group is very, you know, it's a very high-end, very glamorous, decadent sportswear in Gestalt. All shade winter white. Nothing is more luxurious than winter white, wearing white in winter time. And then move into beautiful combination of winter white and black over here, and then into solid black, and then we're going to surprise my audience in the evening group with a burst of beautiful ruby color. A ruby color, the last time I used ruby was in 2007. So, and then we close the show toward the end with what a beautiful print from Ratti, one of the most famous silk house in Italy called Ratti. They created a special print which I call the brilliant brush stroke. It's a combination of ruby, black, brilliant pink, and brilliant orange. So that closes the show.
Great. Now, just prior to Fashion Week, you worked a lot with Petra Nemkova on some charity events. Can you talk a bit about the relationship you have with her and how you partnered with the Happy Hearts?
Well, I met Petra last season at last fashion show through my great friend Christy Ali. And when I find out more about her foundation, Happy Heart Fund, it's such a fantastic charity that builds school for poor children from 9 different countries. So I decided to partner up with her and donate a beautiful Zang Toi sweater, and we put on charity bars and auction off to help raise some fund for Happy Heart Fund. I'm happy to report that we raised 3 times more than our asking bid for the first time around. We plan to Petra will be at, obviously Petra will be at the show today, front row, wearing a beautiful amethyst silk crepe cocktail dress from Zang Toi's Spring 2012 collection.
That's smart. She's modeling the whole time, sitting there.
Yes.
I noticed the guest list is pretty eclectic. You've got a couple of football players, you have Petra.
Then we have the housewives from New York, housewives from Atlanta. Then I have my group of socialites. So it's going to be fun.
Finally, I wanted to ask you about fashion in Malaysia. I know you've been back since I spoke with you last, and obviously, your name dominates a lot of the shopping scene there. What is your take, since you left Malaysia, about the state of fashion there and locals who want to make it as designers? Do you have a sense of how, are there any up-and-comers or?
You see, I get asked that question every time I go back to Malaysia too, but I don't have the, unfortunately, I do not have the authority to give a good answer on that, because I left home when I was 18, almost 33 years ago. And I'm not in the fashion scene in Malaysia, so it's not fair for me to make any statement. But whenever I go home once or twice a year, I go home for 3 or 4 days. My big brother over there worked me to death, and every time I go, it's from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock at night, non-stop of press interviews and meeting with customers. So I really don't have a chance to go out and see the fashion scene out there. So it's really not fair for me to make a statement about that.
Well, maybe I'll amend it then. How about shopping taste in Malaysia and awareness of fashion?
You know what? Fashion is so global. global now. People love fashion. They love. I think there's a great potential to a big industry in Malaysia. And I encourage all the young designers to work hard, never afraid to dream big, but you have to work hard to make that dream into a reality. It's all about hard work.
What do you find of your work is most popular at home? The shoes, the clothing,
no, everything. Seriously, I'm not just saying it's really across the board. My brother Silun is doing a fantastic job. The clothes are selling really well. The cafe, the food are selling very well. I don't know how many slices of banana chocolate cake he's selling every day, and all the glasses of tea punch, and the shoe. Last year, even it's only relatively new. The licensing, the shoe licensing, we did over $3 million worth of shoe last year for Zang Toi shoe. That's a lot of shoe to sell.
But market in Malaysia.
Mostly concentrated in KL, I suppose. Yeah. Jewelry. Your own
jewelry, yes. The jewelry is still the baby of the family. But it's doing really well. In a short month and a half, we already sold $250,000 worth of Zang Toi jewelry right after we launched it. Today, this is going to be only our second collection showing Zang Toi Precious Jewel by Amy Phillip. We're going to showcase beautiful mother of pearl in the opening group, and then we go close the evening with beautiful rubies, jewels on the runway. It's going to be really classic. This is a very classic, timeless collection. The jewel also have the feel of the estate pieces.